How we doing, YouTube? Steve here. How's that angle looking? I didn't check it before I started. It ain't too bad. Oh, what is it? November 16th. It's November 16th on Sunday afternoon. About dark time. I don't know what time it's probably. It's 4 o'clock, a little after, maybe something like that. Sun's just about ready to go down. Had a real good weekend this weekend. For the neighborhood, I should say. My son Jackson got his big deer that he's been looking to try to get. Ended up getting it this morning. I can't remember. He said he seen it yesterday, but it wasn't within. Well, I don't know if it was on our property when he seen it. I think he said where it was at was laying on the neighbor property. Stayed there all morning. I think that could have been a couple days before. I think it was yesterday. Anyway, long story short, today he was not in that spot, and that was the poor old boy's undoing. 14-pointer, really nice. He hasn't sent me any pictures of it yet, and I'll try to use one as a thumbnail or make a short of it here this week. I seen it. Well, when I got home from church, good church service today, as always. And then I got home and I was getting ready to run to town to get stuff for the week, for lunch and stuff for the week. And I'm just about ready. I live halfway down a dead-end road, and then there's a county road that goes this way, and my driveway comes like this. And this is a dead-end road. I live about halfway down that dead-end road. It used to be nobody was at the end of that road. Well, now I got a neighbor that moved in where I used to have none. Now I have one way closer than I prefer, but they're nice folks, so that's okay. Long story short, I'm getting ready to pull out of my driveway after church. I got home from church, made sure they built the fire in the wood stove, and about the time I'm coming out of the driveway, there's a car pull goes in front of me, which almost is never ever a car there, and there's my ex-wife and my my son's future stepdaughter. So she stops and I wheel around so I can hear her better, and she was giving me all the info on Jackson's deer. She had the little girl, she's only 5, so she didn't want to go out looking for deer at 5 years old. Because it's kind of breezy yet. That was a little after 11 this morning. And matter of fact, while I was sitting there talking to my ex-wife, there was a fella that was coming out of the road, and my son had hired a guy with a drone with thermal imaging to help find it, because it had went on the neighbor's property. Actually, kind of back to where they ended up finding it was where it had been in those earlier days. There's a big thicket, a little pond, and a big thicket back in there, and that thicket must have been his house. And my son had a shot at this deer in bow season and missed. Was pretty sure he missed, because there was no blood, no no anything. He jumped the string the first shot, and then he had moved a few steps, which put him in a little worse spot for the shot. And I don't remember, my son said he jumped the string the second time again, or it's 60-yard shot, which is well within my son's range with his bow. That was with a bow, not a crossbow, that was with a compound. And he was very upset, because this was, like I said, it's a 14-pointer. He's a really nice deer. And he said, I didn't see any blood, I didn't see anything. And I don't know if you want me to go help him look. And he said, no, I don't know where the arrow went, but I don't see no blood. It didn't look like from. He said, so anyway, he's been a little upset about it. Well, about a week later, we seen that deer again on the trail camera, so we knew he lived okay. And then now this is firearm season, so that was good. But anyway, yeah. So he hired a a fella that's got a drone. $200 is what he charges to find them deer, and he was busy all day. He's just happened to squeeze my stepson in, or my son in, because he was on the way to another deer he was looking for, and since Jackson was on the way, he squeezed him in. Took about 40 minutes. He said, but he'd have never, I don't want to say he'd have never found him, but hello, kitty. But it would have been a search. Not to mention, it would have messed up, like I said, it went on the neighbors. It would have messed up the neighbors' hunt. Him off there tromping around all over everything. And, I mean, he, just because of where it was at. And so I thought that was probably a pretty good deal. Especially, I mean, that's a fair bit of money, but he said that unit is like $11,000 for that drone with the thermal. My son has a spotting, a regular scope that he coyote hunts with the thermal. But like this is daytime, and with the sun up, that grass warms up, and it's hard for him to stand out, especially with his spotting scope, or his rifle scope, I should say, phrase that right. But but anyway, long story short, that they found him and got him drug out, and texted neighbors, of course, before they went over there and got him. So that was all okay there. They wouldn't have cared. Heck, we got key to the gate, so we can go back there if we wanted to anyway. But and like I said, they come on our property if they need to look for a deer, no questions asked. Well, matter of fact, my neighbor, he coon hunts on all of it, ours in there. So maybe get to do a little duck hunting next weekend. I talked to Jackson today about that. I said, you want to go duck hunting next? I ain't been duck hunting with him for quite a few years. I miss it. And that's the reason why I want to go. I don't much care about ducks one way or the other. I just like to go hang out in the blind with him. But he said, yeah, that sounded pretty good, but we'll get closer to next week. I said, they got, my future stepdaughter got a really nice 8-pointer, and that's at the taxidermy now. And now this deer, this 14-pointer, he's going to go to the taxidermy. So I don't know. I asked her if she's going to go out and get a doe, and she didn't. She wasn't so sure about that. Getting to be busy season, Thanksgiving coming up, holidays and all that kind of stuff. So, and then I think she's finishing her nursing degree. So I think she said she had schoolwork she had to get finished up for this semester. And so yeah, I think that's what it was. She said. And then I asked Jackson if he's going to go out and get another doe, or if they had enough meat, and he wasn't sure. That didn't mean no, but I think the conditions will have to be right, because I mean, if it's cold or snowy or rainy or something, he's not going to go out and look for a doe for just that. And we got. He asked him, we got some burger we still got to get through. Cats just hit the tripod. We got some burger to get through, and he said he's got some steak. He eats the steaks out of the beef we get. We get a whole beef all the time, and he eats steaks. I don't care for steak that much. I'd rather have a burger. But he said we got a fair bit of burger to get through, and there's another beef coming sometime into January time frame. So, and he still had steaks to get through, some steaks to get through. So, I mean, that's 2 months away, 2.5. So, we should be through everything. But the point of that whole story was, I don't know that we need any more deer meat, particularly. And then we may still have some pork to get through. I don't know how much pork. I know we got sausage left, but because we got a pig knot, fall time. So that's all good. So that's a deer report so far. And everything is good. And beautiful weekend for fall. I got a little bit of wood cut, fixed a little bit of fence. Didn't get as much work done as I should have. I don't know where my weekend went, but it sure went somewhere. I got hay yesterday, I guess. Maybe that took up some of it. But anyway, try to have a big week this week at work, hauling some stone, because we're going to have some cold weather coming in. They said maybe after Thanksgiving, and so that work might not be quite so steady. But anyway, God bless everybody. We'll talk again soon. Have a great week. Appreciate it.